guys, welcome to the Brain Dead's very first podcast. With me today, we got Wad, otherwise
What's
known as
up?
Libya,
Libya in the house. Muad, also known as
and
Saka.
a person I have just met, Muhad's friend here. His name is Mo, and
Yeah.
I am Ethan. You can call me Lost Soda Pop or Hey Asshole. It all depends on what's going on. And welcome to our very first podcast. We're gonna try and do as much as we can, and we're gonna be hitting off some topics and probably derailing within a matter of seconds. So that being said, we're going to be talking about the new console generation, which is of the time of recording this. We are in October 27th, 2020. The consoles will be launching on November 10th, 2020 for the Xbox Series X, and a few days later, PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 5 Digital.
Yes, sir.
That being said, what are you guys looking forward to the most? If you guys managed to get any consoles?
No. I
No,
haven't
no,
even
no?
tried to get a hold
I
of
haven't
one.
even
to be
tried
honest.
one. All right. I heard that was a bit of a fiasco though, trying to get one of those things, like just the digital, both the digital and physical versions of PlayStation
PS5?
5
Yeah.
and the Xbox Series X and Series S. It's a bit of a clusterfuck.
Dude, I
Uh,
remember like at first I tried to get the PS5 because like that was the first one announced. But here's the thing, like they announced it out of nowhere, right? It's like available to pre-order now. It's like no, they even announced a pre-order date. It just happened. It came out of the
oh
blue.
yeah, it
Mhm.
was out of the blue, and within seconds it was gone.
And it was
Now
gone, yeah.
I managed to get an Xbox Series X, but that was just because of connections. Outside of that, I did try for both of them, and
No luck?
from a regular consumer point of view, nah, it was next to impossible.
So,
Unless you have people that are willing to give you, or you have connections and stuff, it's just like it's a no go.
Mhm.
But thankfully, I was able to comp myself an Xbox Series X, but whether it'll be here day one, we'll find out.
so dude, something
Like I.
interesting that happened with me. Sorry to cut you off there, Mo.
It's all good.
Was so like after I couldn't get the PS5, I was like, okay, let me try to get the X. When I was trying to get the X, I was at work. I was on Best Buy's website, and like it just kept crashing and crashing and crashing, like nonstop. So I was like, let me wait 2 hours. I waited, then it was gone.
It's
And
all
then
gone. Oh
this,
man.
yeah, dude. No, listen to this. This past weekend, one of my buddies pre-ordered the PS5, like the actual disc version from Walmart, and he told me this past weekend. He's like, "Bro, I don't want it anymore. Do you want it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take it off your hands." And he's like, "There you go." I'm like,
So you got
"Okay."
yourself a PlayStation 5. Cool.
Yeah, dude. One of
Damn.
the yeah, man. I was like, I didn't expect myself to get a new gen console until like Christmas time because I was
Or at
expecting.
least next year or so,
Yeah,
because
because
I'm hearing you're having a lot of trouble with that.
they're gonna. I guarantee you, like stores, they're probably either gonna carry the pre-ordered versions and probably a
Well,
couple on the
but like
side.
with COVID and everything, they're definitely gonna have like a limited amount of people per store, because things like this, especially Black Friday and everything, it's definitely gonna be closed. And depending on
Oh
where you
yeah,
live too,
true,
in the
true.
world, it's different rules, different regulations. What
That's
about
a
Especially
you,
with
Mo?
really
Were you
quick
able?
time to like change your mind though. I found it kind of interesting.
Oh
How
yeah,
you just.
exactly. With everything, with all the things going on in the news and stuff like that, we'll definitely be hitting those as well. But like, if you're on the fence and you weren't sure
Mhm.
which to get, personally, I've always been in an Xbox camp, but that's because I'm a nerd and I don't know. I've had bad run-ins with my PlayStation 3 back in the day, so I kind of was like, you know what? Don't get me wrong, I still love all things consoles and games related, and I definitely go out of my way to try just about everything. But yeah, go-to is always Xbox straight out the gate. But that being
no.
said, I have so much stuff though. It's just like, where the fuck am I gonna put this thing?
Dude, I
Either of them.
agree,
They're
man.
both they're both big fucking behemoths, these things. They look like goddamn the Xbox looks like a 2003 speaker, and the PlayStation looks like a goddamn router.
The PlayStation 5 is gigantic, dude.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
and
it
the
is.
PlayStation 5 is bigger than the Xbox. The Xbox
Way
is a
bigger.
wide boy, but he's not that tall. He's wide. He's
So you
pretty
got a
big.
skinny
He's
boy and then you got a white boy.
you got what? You got a thick boy and you got a tall boy.
Dude, that's what I saw at the gym today, bro.
Big boy.
Dude, like honestly, at the end of the day, like I it didn't matter which one I got because at the end I want both. But
You're gonna
like
end up doing both.
the reason
Okay.
why I was a more approachable of PS, like I'm always Xbox also like you, but the reason why I'm more approachable to the five just this time around is just because I pre-ordered Cyberpunk for the
Oh, so your cyberpunk thing. Hold your
yeah.
cyberpunk story. We're gonna get around to that in a
We'll
second.
talk
But
about that.
Yeah, dude.
With that
Don't
being
get too
said, let's
excited.
talk about these PlayStation and the Xboxes. Apparently, places like Walmart and Target here, according to some of these articles, which we'll link down below for you, according to this, some of these places, like Target especially, apparently had way too many pre-orders that they were accepting money and weren't actually guaranteeing them an actual slot in a thing. So they have been sending them emails, basically dedicating and telling them, "Sorry guys, it's canceled." And so there are people
Oh
that have bought
dang.
from both. I'm not sure about Walmart, but I know for sure Target. So we'll link those down below. But apparently Target is apparently having a lot of trouble with that. So how would you guys feel if you're like, fuck yeah, I got one, and you got an email from Target telling you, nah, chief, you ain't got it. I know they don't have Targets in Canada, but in the United States at least, they're still going strong.
I
How'd
mean,
you
that
feel?
would it would suck, but it would be to be expected at this point because like
Exactly.
exactly
Yeah,
whenever
honestly.
something releases, for example, like the Nvidia, right? The
Oh yeah,
graphics card, bro,
graphic
that shit
card.
got oh
That
my
thing got
god,
like swamped up real fast, and
Dude,
the same thing goes for phones, man. I don't know what it
exactly.
is. We all have a phone. Phones are always silly to me though, because like with consoles, it's something brand new, and it is going to be on the market, and it will be the mainstay for both the Xbox Series X and S and the PlayStation
Mhm.
5 are going to be the mainstay for the next 7 to 8 years, almost 10 years in total. So
Mhm.
this makes sense that hardware like that is expensive, but a phone that like the iPhone 12's coming out,
Mhm.
that'll probably sell out like crazy. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? You already have a phone. Why do you need another one?
And there's
Yeah,
all that
honestly.
controversy revolving around that phone too, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh
it just
yeah.
makes the whole thing even worse. Because
I
like you're
won't
like
wait.
the, the phones,
Yeah, go.
what's it called? People are like disappointed with the phones because like some features are kind of being tweaked around,
They gut
and then you know
things
it's
here
gonna
and
sell
there.
regardless.
Yeah, exactly. They could
Yeah.
literally spit on the phone before they give it to you, and they'll
They
still
probably
be
do.
fine.
They probably do at this point.
Exactly. They got the tri-goggle looking, triple looking camera thing looking straight out of Splinter Cell. It's like, "Whee!" It's like, what the fuck? All right. With that being said, there is another console launching on the same day as the PlayStation 5. Can you believe this? And Atari is going to be launching a new model. It's some sort of plug and play thing, but I haven't actually gotten a look at it. Let's take a look at this. We'll definitely put a photo of it right here. I'm gonna look it up right now. New Atari. That's what I'm googling right now. Sorry for this. I probably should have my shit up. New Atari console.
Wow.
Dude, I haven't heard of an Atari
I
in a
googled.
long
I
time.
googled. Yeah, exactly. I thought they died ages ago. So there it is. All new Atari. It's the second photo for Israel's sake. Our editor. Say hi, Israel. Probably put a cock on the screen. That being said, Atari is going to be releasing this thing. It's called Atari's new console is set to be released for this fall for Indiegogo. Okay, is that what they're calling it? The Indiegogo?
No,
No, that's
Indiegogo is like a
I'm
kind of like
retarded.
Kickstarter. It's kind of like Kickstarter.
Ah, oh
So
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
what the hell? What the hell
Crowdfunding.
is this new console called? Hold on. Is launching the Atari VCS console. It's a PC hybrid coming out the
Ooh,
same day as the PlayStation 5.
PC hybrid. That
And
sounds
here we go.
interesting.
It
Actually
says,
sounds sick.
the headline here. It says Atari just crashed the PlayStation 5 party with a brand new console. Yeah, I don't know about anybody else. I don't really know too many people
So
that are
is it like
hyped for Atari to come back. It is
so
basically just going to be a plug and play console, which launches with a total of 100 games included built into the thing itself.
so it's
That's
one of
about
those
it.
classic consoles that's being remade. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sort of like what they did
Ah,
with the
okay.
mini Super Nintendo and stuff. But instead of it being mini, it's actually full sized. It's still gonna have the wooden panel by the looks of it at the
Yeah.
front. It comes with a wireless mix up between an Xbox controller and a Steam controller and the original Atari stick and button.
I don't think there's gonna really be. I don't think there's really gonna be an issue with like it dropping on
Oh
November
no, I
because
don't
like
think so.
there's
I
like
think
different people want
different
different
strokes
things.
for different folks. Yeah, exactly. I think it's one of
Exactly.
those things where it's like it's more of a collector thing. It's not
Yeah.
really much.
Yeah.
I'm not
So
into it. I
PlayStation
just thought it
people
was
want like new console generation. They want obviously newer technology. While
yeah.
this is more
But
like
I'll use this
nostalgia.
for yeah,
Yeah, a
exactly. That's the
reinventing of old
perfect
things. Yeah.
word for it.
Yeah.
That being said, that's the new console generations. There's about pretty much a total of 5 consoles. These the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S, the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 5 Digital, and Atari throwing in their hat. That being said, we're going to be talking about the launch titles now. Launch titles and pretty much November games. So, what are some titles for this console? So me and Libby are in the camp of we kind of got it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We kind of got them. So Libya, what are some launch title games that you're looking forward to, or games that were in November before we hit the Cyberpunk thing? Because we're gonna leave that to the last. What games are you looking forward to on this console? Like anything in
Uh,
particular? Because
Let me think. Let me think. Honestly, man, like if I had to say, there's 3 games. Okay, they're not exclusive to the new generation, obviously, but they're gonna be available on it. One, I feel like that new Spider-Man looks kind of cool, even though I've never
Miles
played
Morales.
Spider-Man.
Miles
Yeah.
Miles Morales. I hear
I'm
there's
a
a bit
big
of
fan.
trouble though. There's a bit of trouble in terms of the pre-ordering for that thing. People are like, okay, do I get it if the PlayStation 4 version versus PlayStation 5 version? They're
Oh,
trying to
true.
comp people with the versions, but I think
Yeah.
that's just kind of some companies making its mainstay. From what I gathered, it looked like it was supposed to be a DLC for the physical regular
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
Spider-Man game, but then it became a full game,
Full
and by
game.
full, we're kind of stretching that full game thing because Far Cry New Dawn is supposed to be a full game, and that ain't a full game, and neither is Wolfenstein with the Old Blood. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
that
one of
makes
those.
sense.
It became a full game only afterwards. So we'll see. It's definitely every single generation I find always has that one game that launches that's always short as shit. Rise was
That
definitely
is
one of them.
true.
The
Oh,
Xbox
Rise
One.
Son of Rome,
Rise was
man.
so
That's so
fucking
true.
short. Was
Wow.
so short, and then for PlayStation 4, the infamous Second Son was a pretty short game as well.
Yep.
So,
True.
but you know what? They're always trying to get the specs there. It definitely looks crazy. It looks like a mix up between
I
Devil
always
May
feel
Cry
like
and
launch
Mega Man.
titles, especially exclusive launch titles for a new generation of consoles, I've noticed in the past
Yep.
launches in the previous years, is that like the launch
There's
titles,
variety.
yeah,
There's a variety.
they're not really long games. They just try to make the launch titles look as best as possible. If
Oh
you've
yeah,
noticed.
they're definitely
Mhm.
the glamour. They're the glamour
Yeah.
kids of the
Like
consoles. They're
Rise,
definitely like what
dude.
looks cool. Rise looked crazy cool and had the
Yeah.
nice little pixel load thing that they did from a distance, and we're trying to really push that for the Xbox One, right? And they were showing it with games like Dead Rising 3 and Forza 5, but there's the thing is that it's all what you wanted. Rise was a hack and slash. So was
Mhm.
Dead Rising, but Dead Rising is for your zombie crowd. Rise was more for anybody willing to try something new, and then you got your racer game, and then on slot here comes all the other games. You got your sport games, football, basketball,
Call of Duty.
uh, soccer, FIFA, Call of Duty, NHL, and Assassin's Creed. Those were basically what was launched on these things, and then exclusive wise,
Yeah.
there wasn't too much. I think Xbox had more exclusives for the one than PlayStation 4 had on day one. On day one, they were because I don't recall too much. I think they had Knack, and Xbox had Dead Rising 3, Rise, and Forza. And
Oh, they
Killer
had
Instinct.
also Killzone, I believe. There was also Killzone.
Yeah, but that kind of fizzled out and died. This time around, I think both of them kind of fucking shit the bed. I mean, I know that this is gonna give me shit, but the Dark Souls community really loves their Dark Souls, and so you got Demon Souls being remade, and is
Mhm.
apparently a launch. It's a launch title, right, for day one for the PlayStation.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
What's it called? Muad, was this one of the games that?
Oh,
Or,
Demon
you said
Souls.
one of the 3 games that you're really interested of
Which
for.
one?
Is
Demon
is
Souls?
What was it? One of them? Yeah.
No, it wasn't one of them. No.
November 12th,
Interesting.
yeah. So it's a launch title for the console. So he got as far as Spider-Man, and we interjected. That's our fault. Sorry about that.
No worries, boys.
So
No, but
here are some launch titles. I'm going to read them off real quick. Sorry about this, but we got for the PlayStation 5, we've got exclusives. We've got Spider-Man Miles Morales, a continuation of the 2018 Spider-Man game.
Oh, man.
Godfall, it looks like a mix-up between Warframe and Destiny by the looks at quick glance of it. So
And
that's
Anthem.
interesting. And Anthem, yeah, which isn't saying much. And Dark Demon Souls. I wanted to say Dark Souls. Jeez. But here's the thing: is these games are very much for separate crowds. You got your multiplayer, heavy focused games for the masses in Godfall. You got your
Mhm.
heavy story game with combat and high octane action and stuff in Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, and then
Mhm.
you've got your very niche subcategory for the extremists in the Souls-like game, in the fact that here's a Demon Souls remake from the ground up, actually. So
Oh dang.
yeah, I'm not really much into those games. I never have been, but like I appreciate them for what they are. They're very, very, very beautiful looking games, and
Dude,
be
speaking
honest,
about remade like from the ground up, one game I
yeah.
really wanted to play lately was Mafia 1. That
Played it.
game,
I played. I had a lot of fun with it. Oh my
yeah?
god, it was really good.
Dude,
No,
because
it
the
was really
second
really
one,
good.
I love the
If you
second
play
one,
it,
man.
if you play it on the classic mode, when you get to the racing part, if anyone's familiar with this, the infamous racing mode, there's this race in
Mhm.
the game, and there's no other races throughout the game. It's not even available as like a side mission or anything. It is so infuriatingly hard on classic mode that you either have to switch the thing or you have to become a goddamn fucking Lightning McQueen legend. It is insane. But yeah, it was
Dang.
really good. It was really good. You know what? We'll right after this, we're gonna add our own little topic here. We're gonna add remasters and remakes of games. But Mo, what games are you looking forward to this next generation?
For me, the main one right now, for November at least, it's Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Even though I won't be able to play
That was
myself.
actually
Oh
one of my top
shit!
three. That was one of my top three.
Oh yeah, Libya, get through your top three. I'm so sorry, man.
Dude.
We're like
Oh,
spoiling his top
you
three
know
right now.
what? Mo already has my top three. Say them all, Mo.
You guys both in the same camp.
Uh, do I? Do I have your top?
Bro, no, no, you don't.
Valhalla. What's it called? Godfall, maybe. Is Godfall
Okay.
part of your top three?
No, Godfall wasn't.
And Miles Morales.
Okay.
That's my guess at least.
I have
What's
to
your
s
top three?
my top three, well, obviously it was first Assassin's Creed. Not Assassin's
Hmm.
Creed, Spider-Man. The second one was Assassin's Creed, but it was tied with Watch Dogs Legion, right?
Oh
It's like,
yeah, shit! I forgot about that. I
cause
saw some
Yeah,
of the gameplay though.
I'm gonna
I,
be playing that tomorrow, actually.
dang,
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
dude, cause like I owned the other two Watch Dogs, but I've never played them. But this new one looks sick. Like
It looks really
it
good.
looks
Yeah.
really different from any other open world game. And my third one would probably be, I know Soda Pop doesn't like this series, but it'll probably be the new Call of Duty. I'm a zombies guy. I like the Black Ops series. I love zombies, honestly. That's the one thing I
Mm,
love. I grew up on that.
fair enough. The nostalgia.
The
All right.
nostalgia, yeah.
But like, what I really like about what's it called, the Watch Dogs, and same thing for Cyberpunk, is like the customizability. You can create
Mm,
your own
Well, it's not even
characters.
creating your own character; it's finding random characters, and
Oh, true. That's true.
everybody's playable.
Hmm.
Uh, from what I've gathered in the demos I've tried, it looks as if there's a limit to how like a group and stuff that you can have. I don't know how to explain it. It's been ages, so bear with me. But it's one of those things where it's like, okay, here's a character, and they're prone to being more of sniper talents, whereas the other guy is more brawler. And then there's
Hmm.
your character specifics that have like certain things, like oh, this one's more tech savvy and uses the drone and shit, whereas the
Hmm.
other one is more stealth, and then the other one is incognito because they're an old person. So there's only so much that old person can do before you have to start using the other people. And so it's not like every old person you get is going to be somehow he's a sniper. No, he's going to be the old dude that fits that incognito build kind of thing. So that's where I think the limit is, and I think it's really gonna. I think it'll be really interesting to see because it's more interesting for the fact that you, as the player, you're going to connect. You're going to be more. You'll be more connected to these characters in a sense that you chose them, right? Sort of like Pokemon, you chose them, and you're going to build this bond with that character. And should they die, they're dead for good. If they're
Gonna catch
caught,
them
and
all.
yeah, you're going to catch them all, right? But it's see, I'm honestly some stupid. It's more of the fact that like you will build up a character, and if they die, it's like they're dead for good, sort of like State of Decay. But if they're caught by the cops, you can actually break them out, but you need other things. So that's what I've gathered from gameplay and from some test builds that I played ages ago. But we'll
Wow.
see. I'm definitely gonna try it tomorrow if I'm not busy. We'll see.
Yeah.
That being said, my top three, I'm with you guys. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I am a sucker for Assassin's Creed. I know it's
Yep.
the year-round set franchise, but I can't get enough of Assassin's Creed. Every single time, even when they had their year-long break this year after
Mhm.
Odyssey, I was like craving a game like that. I was like, fuck, I really want to play something like this. And then, especially when Origins after Syndicate and Origins, before Origins came out, there was that year-long break trying to fill that gap of a game similar to Assassin's Creed. I definitely miss that. So
Mhm.
I'm always been on Team Assassin's Creed. I love this
Oh, for
shit,
sure,
and
for sure. There's a lot of
it's
people
so
Oh
who
much
hate
yeah.
it, but
fun.
like,
Exactly, and then you find some people that are just they fucking despise this shit. It's like, why, dude? Like, it
mhm.
is such a great time sinker game where you have so much fun and you just do so much shit. And
Most
there's
people who
so much
despise
to get
it,
into.
they miss the older days, like when you had
They
two
miss the
different
older
games.
days, and there's the thing: is the games are always going to be advancing, and you either get left behind and just kind of like the older days, or you advance and you just see where the series will take you. And Assassin's Creed and Resident Evil are definitely one of those franchises where I'm just like, fuck yeah, I don't give a shit what they make, I'll buy it. I'm a dumbass consumer right now. I'll do it. I'll buy anything.
And they always
I mean,
criticize the story, but like, I'm
yeah,
not
like
playing Assassin's Creed just for the story. I'm playing for the gameplay, personally.
like
Yeah,
sometimes the story
exactly.
is just like brain dead at times, and I'm being honest, there are
Oh yeah,
times
for sure.
there's a lot of stuff in those games where I remember quite a few stuff, and then there are other times where I'm just blank. I have no idea. And I think
Mhm.
that's also what is definitive about these games is certain parts that really stick with you. Like Origin stuck with me with a lot of the different stupid shit. What did Bayek do in that game? I don't know. I don't remember. What was his overall goal? I don't know. Finding the assassins, I think. I don't know, but I remember him like, his kid dies, you fight a fucking snake. I think it's mind. It's a semi brain
Mind
dead, but
numbing. Yeah.
fun. It's fun, and I can get behind it. So that's why it's one of those things where it's like I understand why people don't like it, but I like it. It's one of those fine, yearly franchises that I can actually get behind. So I'm definitely looking forward to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm right there with you guys. I got Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs,
Mhm.
and Mortal Kombat Ultimate Edition. Could be adding some new characters and fighters. So we'll talk about
Nice.
Mhm.
that in a bit. But with that being said, I think the big game that we're all looking forward to. Before we get to that, we'll shout out some other games that weren't mentioned here. Yakuza, Like a Dragon. Never
Oh yeah,
really haven't played those, but those are wacky
I actually
games.
really want
I
to
know that.
play that series though,
Yeah,
honestly.
I know that.
I've
Yeah, I
seen a
know
lot
that
of
Israel's
gameplay.
definitely playing those games, and I guarantee he's probably going to be playing it as well. So, shout out to Yakuza. We don't hate you. We just didn't get around to it, but yeah, those games are wild and wacky, and so have fun with those next gen titles as well. Got games like Dirt 5, remaster of Devil May Cry with new character Virgil being
Mhm.
playable. There's a ton of different stuff going on, so there's definitely something for everyone. It's just a matter of time of whether or not you're going to be playing these on last gen, or if you're going to be playing this with next gen. The only true next gen titles that are only on the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 are games like PlayStation 5 has some sort of like demo game where you play with these little robots and stuff,
Like the
and
Mhm.
you press
playroom?
like buttons and things. It's like a playroom of some sort. And
Yeah.
then Xbox has a game that'll be launching towards the end of December called Medium. It's a horror game from the people that brought you the Blair Witch game, Red Barrel, I believe. Or I might be getting their name wrong. Just quote me if I'm wrong, but they made the Blair Witch games and the painting game of Layers of Fear 1 and 2. So they have a
Mhm.
a bit of a track record of making a
Okay.
fucky bit fucky games, but like semi scary at the same time. We'll see where that goes. That being said, let's cut the shit. We're going to Cyberpunk now. Cyberpunk is obviously the big
Oh
boy, the
my
big
god.
game, the
Mhm.
big thing. Libya over here. I remember Libya said to me he pre-ordered the special edition almost 2 years now. He
Dude, I
pre-ordered the
know.
special edition, and he said to me what I've been saying to people my entire life when it came to Resident Evil was, why'd you buy it? Because it's Resident Evil, right? In his case,
Exactly.
because it's Cyberpunk. And I said, well, do you know what it's about and what it comes
I
with,
love
right?
CD Projekt
And he says,
Red.
don't know, don't care, is what he said to me. And that was exactly how I feel about certain stuff. So I applaud Olivia for that, because it's always great to see somebody truly have a passion for something and going, you know what? Fuck this. I don't care. I want to I want to play.
They can
I
have
mean, the
my
game-
money.
I'm sold. I'm sold on this game. Give me shit. I'm gonna pay upwards between hundreds of dollars for some stuff, and I don't even know what the hell I'm getting. But fuck it, I'm getting it.
I mean, it's
So
a good
Libya-
bet that the game's gonna be good overall, just based
That
off of
being
like stuff
said,
we've
I
seen.
think the downside to it right now is that it keeps getting delayed, man.
I know, but hey, I'm
And
gonna be
I'm
honest
like-
with you. I think this is the final delay. I think
I
this
hope
is it.
it's the final.
That's what they
delay, 'cause
always
we all
say
thought
though.
it was
After
the
every
final.
single delay,
No,
oh,
it's
I
it.
think
yeah,
I
this is
think
the
that
this
final
is
one.
it.
Yeah, it just it sucks, but it's just one of those things where just things keep happening.
Because as
Don't
soon
know
as
why.
I think I'm not. It's either about a month ago or 2 months ago. I think it was 2 months ago when they said the
Well,
game is finally going gold, which means
The
it's
game
ready.
when it's finally going gold, exactly. That's what I was
Yeah.
about to say. Gold for listeners that don't know what gold means in the industry for video games. Gold means that the game has been finalized. It is
Mhm.
finished and in a playable state, and it is currently or is finally finished being printed onto the DVDs, CDDs, and whatever the fuck other formats that they use. And the cases are being printed off and done in Mexico. And that's not a joke. That's where they make cases. It's for
Dang.
Xbox.
I think my
Yeah.
uncle. I think my uncle's down there actually making
Mexico?
cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's making cyberpunk
In
cases.
Mexico.
He's making the cases. He's like, hey.
he's like, he's the reason
He's
why
like,
the
well, go
game's
on,
delayed.
go on. Where's my?
Mo,
He's just
imagine-
super slow. He's just super
Yeah.
slow.
Pick up a case. Seriously, pick up an Xbox case and then look at the very back of it. And in this like little blue, like small font that's like looks like it's been pressed down like by a teacher saying, "Yeah, good work, you got an A, you dumbass." Right? It's blueprint. They printed, they put it on, and it says disc made in Mexico.
Oh,
so,
bro, I have it right here.
Yeah.
I have a case.
Yeah.
Dead
See?
Rising 4. It says software made in Mexico.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
See.
Dang.
Disc or software made in Mexico, so that's where they always print it. But with that being said, we're gonna read off the word for word. And Israel, feel free to throw up this photo here. But here we go. Cyberpunk released this on their Twitter, and well, I mean it's Cyberpunk, but CD Projekt Red said, "Hey everyone, today we've decided to move the release date of Cyberpunk 2077 by 21 days. The new release date is December 10th. Most likely." There are many emotions and questions in your head. So first and foremost, please accept my humble apologies. It says our humble apology. The biggest challenge for us right now is shipping the game on current next gen and PC at the same time, which requires us to be prepared and test 9 versions of it. That includes the Xbox One, the Xbox One X, compatibility on the Xbox Series S and X, the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro, compatibility on the PS5 and the PC and Stadia versions of the game while working from home. Since Cyberpunk 2077 evolved towards almost being a next-gen title somewhere along the way, we need to make sure everything works well and every version runs smoothly. We're aware it might seem unrealistic when someone says that in 21 days we can make any difference in such a massive and complex game, but they really do. Some of you might also be wondering what these words mean in light of us saying we achieved Gold Master some time ago. Passing certification or going gold means the game is ready and can be completed and has all content in it. But it doesn't mean we stopped working on it and it raises the quality bar. On the contrary, this is the time where many improvements are being made, which will then be distributed via a day 0 patch. This is the first time period we undercalculated. We feel we have an amazing game on our hands and are willing to make every decision, even the hardest ones, if it ultimately leads to you getting a video game you will fall in love with. Yours, Adam Baldwisky, and a guy's name I cannot fucking pronounce for the rest of life. That being said, CD Projekt Red going forward has been absolutely, on the ball about this and being, very upfront and consumer friendly with everybody being saying, hey, dude, it's not coming out in April. We're going to move it to May. Okay, sorry about that. It's not May. It's going to have to be in October. All right, we lied. It's in November now. And now here we are. It's supposed to be November. It's supposed to be November 17th. And it got moved 21 days to December 10th. And there are ads currently that you can see on YouTube, Hulu, where they're running around in Midnight Town or whatever. And you got Keanu Reeves in the trailers and everything. Go ahead and throw up a sexy photo of Keanu, preferably with the shirt on. Did you like that, viewer?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh!
you like that. You have a problem, all right?
That is
Catch
so
you later,
hot.
Bill and Ted. All right. What do you guys think about the quality control for CD Projekt Red? Do you think they're doing a good job? You think they're shit? Should they kill themselves? What's up?
So I think Cyberpunk's main issue, and I really thought about it last year when they announced like the first release date, which was April. I was like, I knew, like, I kind of had a feeling that's saying it's
wasn't
too
gonna happen.
soon. It's way too soon. Yeah, and I
Mhm.
feel like for any studio really in general, like when they're developing a game, I guess they're trying to say we're gonna release it on this time just so they can have their fans getting ready and hyped up and happy. But like if you know that you have a very massive game, a very big project, you know, and you want it done when it's ready. That was C Project's quote. It'll be available when it's ready. It's like when you think everything's, you know what they should have done? They should have done when they put out that statement. Oh, it's going gold. Then they should have announced a release date. That's how I think it should have been done. Personally.
Exactly. Well, at the same time, you also need to get you need to appease buyers and you need to appease the higher ups that this is the release date. Here's our pre-orders. Here's our numbers. Let us keep working on this thing. Here's your budget.
Absolutely.
Okay, check off all the box kind of thing. So I understand why
Exactly.
they have to do that, but at the same time, I think for the consumer, if they have what I call the placeholder release date of it's going to be March 31st, 2020, right? That ain't gonna fucking happen. That's a fucking placeholder. If it ever says 31st, it's never going to happen, and it is going to be pushed back, and it will be pushed back to what? Oh, April 31st, 2020, until they can set a full release date. Another hint is like trailers, gameplay, and anything. When it ends, it will say something stupid like, "Oh, fall" or "spring"
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
Something super
early
generational.
early 2020. It's like, dude, that just means early 2020 means maybe January, probably not February. Gonna be March.
Mhm.
That's what it means. Another dead giveaway. This is a little history here. Far Cry always wanted to be launching on February. In fact, the new Far Cry 6 will be launching supposedly as of recording this video. It's supposed to be out in end of February. Every single Far Cry game has said they were looking for a February release date, and they almost always came out in the first week of March or the end of March. Always. Since
Mhm.
Primal, they've been doing that. I think the only one they've actually stuck to the release date was 4, which released in like November.
I think it comes down to like having deadlines you have to meet.
Yeah,
So you have
deadlines.
like
Exactly.
you
Mhm.
have like your business partners, your silent business
But the
partners,
thing is,
investors, all of
Yeah.
that shit.
when you're working on
And
such
you
a big project, it's like
There's a
with
you
lot
want
that
to
goes
get it
into
done as
it.
soon as
there's,
possible. You want
yeah,
to
there's a lot that goes on,
reach
Yeah,
and
those
they want to
deadlines.
appease everybody, but at the same time, they don't want the quality to go down. So that's the one
Exactly.
thing that keeps me kind of like hope with this is the fact that they seem very passionate and they seem like they're all about quality and they're not necessarily worried about the big boys. And they're like, you know what, because pushing it this close to release date, that's
Mhm.
a ballsy move. I mean, to give
I
you an
think they'll be
idea,
fine though, because they have like
exactly. They'll be fine. The only thing I'm worried about with this game is I think there's a unhealthy amount of hype for a game that a lot
oh
don't
yeah,
know much. And I hope
yeah,
that
because
doesn't backfire on it because like I would love to see this game do well. I hope it does well. I don't know if I will be buying it day one though because of where I will be in December. I'm not sure where I'll be. Because like it's one of those things where when I play this game, I definitely want to have enough time and dedication to really sink some at least a good
exactly, right.
week's
Mhm.
worth uninterrupted into this, and I have no idea if I can really do that because if I play it in sections, I don't think I can truly grasp and have fun with it. So it's definitely going to be one of my backlog, but something I definitely am looking forward to playing.
I feel exactly the same way. Usually, games that take that long to make and they're that big, you kind of want to have some free time to enjoy them, right? You don't want to be like, okay,
Exactly.
I'll
Mhm.
play an hour this week, then 2 hours 2 weeks from now. It's like, no,
That's
this is
like
like,
that. That's like
Exactly.
the heavy story games. That game is massive. So imagine a
yeah,
story game. Like you don't want to pick up a game and you're doing some shit and Lara Croft's jumping off and this is the bad guy who's about to reveal and then you got to go fuck off and go to work or like walk the
Exactly.
dog or do a bunch of stuff and you come back you're not in the moment anymore. You're not feeling that same rush that you feel
Some
for
exactly.
playing
games
the
are
game.
like are like made for short bursts, and I don't think this is gonna
Exactly.
be one of those games.
That's
This,
why I
this is
think
one of the games
multiplayer
you're gonna
games
play long.
definitely have gotten as big as they have. It's easy for
Hmm.
people to pick up and be, brain dead for a bit.
And
But
indie games
these
have been
indie
blowing
games
up a lot.
especially, exactly. I love those things.
Yeah,
With
Hmm.
that
I
being said,
agree.
I hope these games do well. I'm definitely looking forward to this next generation of consoles. Now we're gonna move on to a fighting game. We definitely took up a lot of time here. Fighting game news. We're gonna keep this a little bit brief here, but obviously, Mortal Kombat 11. If you're into Mortal Kombat, I know I am. They announced Combat Pack 2. Melina is back. The Melina Sands of the world that have been
Oh my
just
gosh.
absolutely
Oh my
just
God,
fucking.
Melina!
They've been 110% bullying the people of that make NetherRealm Studios. They've been bullying Ed Boon and everybody over at NetherRealm to get this character in the game. And I think, well, they've made it pretty. They made it public knowledge that they've always had the intention of technically bringing her back. They just kind of were basically dragging it out to basically, troll those people. And I think that's hilarious as shit. But Melina's back. Rain is back. Rain is a repeat DLC from Mortal Kombat 9, but nobody seems to care. And honestly, I'm right there with him. He looks amazing. He's got new fucking gear and new everything. He's got a little weapon called the Qatar. Show my boy Rain is sexy as shit. Get a nice image of him, Israel. Yeah. I really hope that was Rain and not a photo of Ben Stiller, you dickhead.
Israel's got a lot of work to do, right?
Israel's got a lot of work. We're gonna have some fun. He's got to listen to all of this. And we can't forget the next guest and assumably the final guest and final character, unless they do more. But this is considered Mortal Kombat Ultimate. We got Rambo, voiced by
Oh,
Sly himself. He's gonna be in there. He did the voice and motion capture for his beloved classic character Rambo, and
I watched that trailer. That was actually it's
he
gonna
looks
be interesting.
he looks pretty awesome. So that comes out November 17th, the original release date of Cyberpunk. I think I would have looked hella foolish walking in there and going, "Oh yeah, yeah, oh everyone's there for Cyberpunk," and I'm like, "Oh, Mortal Kombat." Right? So
Rambo,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, me, I want a Cyberpunk too. Just make that a Mortal Kombat, please.
Oh yeah, you
But
also
that,
mentioned oh, keep going, my bad. Didn't mean to cut
oh
you
no,
off.
no, go on, go on, go on.
About like we're talking about fighting games. Steve coming into Smash Bros.
So Steve and my Smash Brothers. So this was funny as shit. This is not much about Steve being in the
Dude,
game.
those
First of all,
jokes.
everybody thought it was a bit of a joke and he thought it was a goof, but like, you know what, the reception from both the American players and Japanese players have been relatively positive. He's been funny.
Hmm.
He's been a pretty fun character. He's really, really interesting, and he is definitely, as Israel has put it, he has basically said that this character, if you're creative enough in Minecraft in general, you'll definitely grasp the character way quicker than the average fighter will. And he's right. He's a very creative character. There ain't nothing wrong with that. My story today here for this, what we're going to be talking about, is that they had to actually patch and update the game because there was a
Hmm.
sexual innuendo in the character ending for Steve. So when you beat the game, when you win and you're first place, the character stands there and does some sort of shit. He builds a house in one of his outros, but the other outro he eats a steak and he holds it down and it looks like he has a straight up erect cock. It looks like a straight up boner.
I did not
And
see
it was
that.
like,
Wow.
and basically, so the headlines were Steve's meat was the Steve beats the meat and stuff like that. It was hilarious. They're having a field day, and so Nintendo game featuring Nintendo mascots with Minecraft. Oh, that looks good. Cock. It's like, whoa, what the hell? So
Out
there's
of
definitely a really
nowhere.
big deal.
I thought it was
Really
playing
big
Smash
deal.
Bros, not a porno.
Yeah, they were definitely trying really hard to get that out of
Smash
the
Bros
thing.
sounds
So
like a
definitely,
porno.
if that sounds really funny to you guys, definitely check out the link below because we'll link we'll be linking a article for Smash Brothers in there.
I heard his release
Steve
was super glitchy too. No, I mean I
There's a
heard
bit
there
of
was
a
a lot
glitch,
of
yeah. There's a lot of glitchy things, but they were quick to patch it. But the reason they patched it, they weren't really like doing. They were doing it for the fact that his meat was basically held right near his cock, and it just didn't sit well with them.
I hope he doesn't play too much like the villager in Smash. I don't like
He
that
does
character.
not. No, he does not. I've actually I've got to play with him and everything. He's very
Really.
it's very creative. Like you have to like
Mhm.
mine your own actual blocks and stuff, and so you have your own separate bar near your like above your health bar and your super bar, and it basically shows you the inventory items that you have to work with when you go, okay, so I have a diamond, I can go up to my crafting table, which you and opponents can destroy. It'll pop back up later, but he has ability, and so what? Based on the amount he has, he can make a wood sword, stone sword, iron sword, gold sword, or a diamond sword, and these affect not just the sword, but the sword, the pickaxe, the axe, the shovel, and I think the hoe as well is used as well. It just shows the different moves he does, but it definitely is. He's definitely really creative, and also the resources are used are also affect his forward and backward smash.
I just
and
hope
his
he
grab.
doesn't feel like he needs a lot of preparation to do
Oh
things.
no, he
Basically,
can
It kind
basically
of like
just hold down B on the. You can just hold down B and move around and just mine a bunch of shit. No
as
matter
a
where you
villager,
are.
that's crazy. You have to like plant a tree,
Oh
grow
no,
it,
no, 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 no,
smash
no.
the tree, bro. Like what the
Yeah, no,
hell?
no, no, no.
How am I
That's
supposed to do that in a free for all,
That's
dude?
not work. The only work that is required is sometimes with the TNT, you can actually, instead of just placing it and having it as a bomb that blows up, you can place it and then actually walk away with like redstone dust lines and activate it there. So, there's a bit of strategy to them. But
Sounds so
one
cool.
thing I found when me and Israel were playing the game, at least, if you knock somebody off and they're about to try and come up, you can jump off, instead of attacking them, you could build a small little wall, right? Just pressing B and then going upwards with it. And you could literally block them from getting anywhere near the stage and falling and dying. And it's hilarious. And it happened way more than you would know. And it's like, holy shit, he dangerous. So I don't know if that's been fixed with any glitches or anything, but he's definitely dangerous.
Yo, this opens up like a whole new world of
Oh,
like
exactly.
possibility for me.
Exactly, for different characters. I'm definitely into it. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they do next. With that being said, I know I've been saying that to like a goddamn catchphrase right now, but what characters do you think will be in Smash? There's still room for more. There apparently, approximately. Let me check it out. I'm gonna open up the Switch here. You guys go ahead and think of some ideas of what you
more
think. But
characters in Smash.
More
yeah,
characters in
there are more
Smash.
characters in Smash, and approximately, if I go to their store here, okay, we can see exactly how many spaces are left open. Because like they're still like the season 2 has only got 2 characters: Min Min from ARMS and Steve from Smash.
Oh, you know what would be a cool one? A really cool one would be Crash from Crash Bandicoot.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! Yo, we didn't plan this at all. I was about to say, yo, I think Crash would be cool. Crash or Spyro?
Yeah. Oh,
Spyro,
Spyro, yeah.
that'd be good. Holy shit.
Or even Ratchet and Clank, that'll be sick too.
Honestly, though, I have gotten, like, out of the DLC characters, I have gotten mine. I've gotten what I needed in the forms of Banjo, Kazooie, and Terry Bogard from Final Fight or Fatal Fury. Fatal Fury in the King of Fighter games, dude. That is my go-to in those games. So when he was in the game, I was like, all right, I'll come back. I'll play. I'm not really into the blue-haired fucking people from whatever the fuck. Oh god damn, the name escapes me now. Jesus Christ. Fire Emblem. I've never really been into that, but we'll see.
I've always wanted to get to Fire Emblem, but I've
never tried it, so I can't shit talk it. I just one of those things where I'm just like, lack of interest, really.
I like those type of games though.
They're Challenger 6 and 7, so there's still a slot for 8, 9, 10, and 11. So there are 4 more slots. Who do you think? I think my top 4, if I had to pick, if I wanted, my wish list is definitely Crash, Bandicoot, Dante from Devil May Cry. He definitely would fit in this universe. Waluigi, just to appease everybody, just for the meme. Do it for the meme, please. And 11th one, I don't know. I would like Fever Dream. If we're talking Fever Dreams, I would love a Resident Evil thing, but I doubt it. But with all the Nintendo stuff and licensings and thinking of things that are like from Nintendo that aren't in the game yet, I don't know.
It's always like it's very difficult with Nintendo always.
I just don't. I hope that they don't do the typical. Oh, here's another blue-haired dude from Fire Emblem. I think they need to get creative because Smash, when Steve came out, as funny and as humorous as it is, definitely set the internet. It was everywhere on the internet. Everyone found out about it, even if you didn't play the game. You're like, oh shit, really? Cool. It was funny. I honestly thought I was being like jerked around when somebody said that. I said, no way. Really? So
Who else?
That's I'm not sure,
I
but
think
I
I think
think
those are the big ones already.
they but like I've already got some of the characters I want. I'm happy that the Mega Man's in the game. That was a big deal back on the Wii
I was
U.
actually about to say Mega Man, but I think he's already on there.
Yeah, he's on the game. He's in there.
Hmm.
Maybe another fighter from another fighting franchise.
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
Cause
Mortal Kombat was in this. Ooh, I don't think Mortal Kombat will ever make it though because
so actually, I thought of
goddamn,
something. You know what would be
like
really
how
cool?
violent it is. What's that?
What would be really
Pickle
cool is
Rick?
like, what's that? What's his name? That is it. The Pip Boy from Fallout. Pip Boy.
You know, but he's actually technically in the game. He's not a like actual character, but you can actually equip the Pip-Boy outfit and gear and everything for your Mii character fighters. So he's technically in the game. Same
Dang.
with Ezio Altair from
Damn.
Assassin's Creed. They're playable as a like Cuphead as well.
Oh, Cuphead, really?
And
Dang.
I didn't know that.
Sans from Undertale. They're not playable. They're just costumes you can put onto your Mii fighters.
Mm.
Maybe they should bring like characters from like animated series like Popeyes or Bugs Bunny or like Mickey Mouse. Stuff like
Maybe.
that. That'll be
It's gonna be a
cool.
little difficult for those.
I
'cause,
think
like,
with
they have
the,
no
the working
affiliation.
relationship they have with Bandai, though, I think it would be pretty interesting to see
Mhm.
a.
Oh, even like Goku from Dragon Ball Z or something. That'd be
Yeah,
sick.
Yeah, get some Capcom
I
characters
agree
maybe in
with
there.
that. Get some Capcom characters, but most
Yeah.
importantly, I think definitely try and get some Bandai Namco stuff, like he was
Yeah,
saying,
Bandai Namco.
Dragon
Yeah,
Ball. I
Mhm.
think some Tekken fighters as well would be pretty good as well, just
that'd
to
be
kind of
cool.
the olive
Mhm.
branch of sorts. Because you got your Capcom fighters, you've got Ryu and Ken, you've
Mhm.
got your Neo Geo fighter with Terry Bogard,
Mhm.
and you've got
Somehow
some
you
more
got
SNK
Pac-Man. Oh, but not
characters as
Pac-Man.
well.
Steve.
Steve used Minecraft with Mojang and Microsoft.
Yeah, so that would be
There's so
Capcom.
much though in those games. I think we're definitely Capcom's definitely already got their foot in the door with the fact that they've got Mega Man and
Was
Ryu
that
and
one
Ken.
game, A Beautiful Joe? I just remember that. I'm just
Beautiful
looking for
Joe
this.
would definitely be one of that would
Bro,
actually work really fucking well in Smash. That's actually a great
dude.
idea.
I
Holy
just remember
shit, that would actually be
no one
amazing.
That
talks
could be
about that game
sick.
anymore,
That
but
guy,
like
that
that
guy's
was for me
actually a
growing
playable
up.
fighter in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. He's actually a playable fighter.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Beautiful Joe. He's crazy in that game.
Dude, that's amazing. I want to see that happen.
Yeah.
Moving on to our last two topics, technically three, but we're going to talk about a thing called PlayStation Listens. It's in recent news. Apparently, PlayStation's been doing an update that updated the entire format of the console, and now they have new systems in place that apparently record your conversations in the PlayStation's makeshift party system.
Mhm.
And with that being said, it also carries over to the PlayStation 5's UI and setup. And that's a no-go for some players because not apparently, based on this, the PlayStation 5 controllers are built in with a speaker and a microphone at the bottom of the controller
I heard
itself.
about that. Yeah.
And they're enabled by default, isn't it?
They are enabled by default. Exactly. It's just like, ooh, what the fuck? Like, Uncle Sam, you watching me? What? Touch myself? Jesus Christ! It reminds me of the fiasco with the Xbox One when it launched. It's like the Kinect will be on at all times, monitoring your house.
Oh shit, that's
Like,
true.
yo, no one fucking wanted that. They're like, what? Right? And then there's these recurring stories where it's like, oh, but the Xbox might not work if it's not plugged in, so you can't exactly plug it out, or I'll just fucking tape it then, that kind of shit, right? And it all ended up, kind of hushing down, and I'm pretty sure they just ditched it, but I'm pretty sure that might happen for PlayStation. This is not why I wanted to bring this up. What I wanted to bring up was the fact that the PlayStation 5 DualShock 5 controllers have a built-in microphone at the bottom. Go ahead, Israel, and put a photo up for us here. The PlayStation 5 controller. If you see right there, let me pull up a photo as well. You guys can do the same thing. Let me see
Damn,
here.
it has a built-in
We'll
microphone.
be more prepared moving forward with our podcast. Remember, this is episode 1. So bear with us, but thank you for sticking this far. If you made it this far, hey, how you doing? You're pretty swole. Looking cute. Don't talk to me like that. Get out of my face. No.
You made this
Okay, you can
far,
kiss.
you
Only
will get a kiss.
that being said, look at the bottom of this photo here. There's a microphone built into this thing. That button there is mutes it, and it has an audio jack that can basically use the default ones that will be shipped alongside the PlayStation 5 and its controller. And you can buy it separately. I'm not sure if the built-in, like, you actually buy this. I know that the PlayStation 5, when you buy it, you'll come with the controller. Same with the
Mhm.
digital, but I don't know about a headset, so to speak. I'm not sure
Oh,
about.
I think
yeah.
that's an additional accessory you have
I
to
think it's additional accessories
purchase.
bought separately, but it's an audio jack that any old person could fucking throw in there, like fucking Apple
I know the
headphones and be like,
PS4
"Can
came.
you hear me?" And the quality just gets fucking shit.
I know the
But
PS4
like,
came with those earbuds, the crappy thing. Even the Xbox came with that little
that's a
crappy headset.
built-in microphone, right? So like, here's the thing: is that if they don't have a headphone in, these kids, excuse me, if these kids are gonna come through the TV, could you imagine these? You're playing some game and these kids are talking about, like, clapping cheeks and shit, and you're just like, "That's okay, mom. I'm just playing PlayStation." You know,
That's definitely
nobody
what's gonna
wants to
happen,
hear
and they
that.
won't even
So
realize that it's happening too.
and there's the thing is that if it's by default, unless it's like the pre-built, because obviously the headset yourself will have a microphone, but if you don't, a lot of people, believe it or not, don't. Especially on PlayStation. I don't know if you've ever been on PlayStation, but not a lot of people have microphones. Back when I was playing PlayStation,
Mhm.
forget about it. No one had a microphone. I don't know why. The times may have changed, and I might be wrong about that, but a lot of people, and especially out of the gate, very first day, no one's gonna have a microphone right off the bat. You'll have a few, but not too often. It won't be common.
Hmm.
And so you're gonna be playing this game where there is a microphone built right where the joysticks are. I don't know if you can hear this, but I'm gonna pick up a controller real quick. Here's an Xbox controller. You guys want to hear that while I'm playing a game? Are you? Hey
Yes, you
guys,
do.
go to B, defend A. Yo, what are you doing, Jamal? You're stupid. Fucking you,
Especially when you're playing fighting games.
right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Like
This is
fighting
this is
games,
a
like,
big soda pop issue right there.
yeah, that's a big. I think a problem with both of these controllers. So we're gonna move on to the Xbox here in a bit. But what are your guys' thoughts? Leave a comment and then discuss it. And do you guys
I,
like the controller? Am I a creep? Am I saying that this is not a problem? Because I think it's gonna be a problem moving forward. There's
like,
people that can't really afford stuff. Things break, and they're
mhm.
left with just a controller. And here's this microphone, and now everyone hears what you're doing. Yes, you can mute it. There's a mute button there. I'm not stupid, but 9 times out of 10, are you going to remember that? And now every single person has a microphone. There's some people that really don't need a microphone, should have no business talking, and they do. So,
The
what are
people
your
who
Yeah.
know
thoughts?
about it will probably disable it, but like the problem is
Exactly.
that the people who don't, the
Yeah, you
majority
got,
probably
you
won't.
got little kids over here.
Yeah.
Good. God help your Fortnite games there. Holy
And I
shit.
understand why they're like recording the mic too, because like with chat moderation, like why wouldn't you extend moderation to just to actual audio as well? Because like there's an
Exactly.
in-game text.
One of the things is, I understand in-game text if you're threatening people, but when it's like when it comes down to like chats and stuff like that, people say stuff.
Yeah.
People aren't careful about what they say. We're generally good about that, but there are people that are just kind of blowing off steam and saying whatever
Yeah,
they
that's
want. They
true.
have the freedom to do so, and it's
Mm-hmm.
freedom of speech. And I just don't agree with them being able to record it.
100%.
If you're recording it data for basically doing the same shit my phone does, basically saying, "Oh, I said Paul Blart," and suddenly I'm getting ads for Kevin James movies. Oh, right, my phone recording. I get why Google does that, right? But with the PlayStation, I don't really understand why, or consoles in general, why you'd need to record my stuff. If
Mm-hmm.
that's just to change my, a UI, all right, fine, be with it, but you should be upfront about it and not say, because if you're leaving it random and something bad happens to me, or I'm banned for saying some stuff on him while playing and in the comfort of my home, in the comfort of a party that I think is safe and secure. It's just, I don't know. I don't agree with it in that respect, but we'll see what happens. It's out of my. I'm not fully familiar with it. Again, I didn't really read the entire story. I just thought that was really interesting in the fact that it's like, okay, if it's recording you, then ugh. So we'll see where it goes. But what do you guys think, Livia?
Honestly, man. So like you can't. You said you don't have the option to turn it off.
Oh, you do, but
If you're
it's,
doing
it's
it,
it's
don't you
on by
can mute it,
default.
but it's
But
automatically by default.
okay. Yeah, I guess I don't know. It does bring up what you mentioned earlier, like back when they first announced the Connect.
Yeah.
Because to be
I don't
honest,
think that'll be an issue too much going forward. I think it's just little information. It's just bad publicity. I don't think that's the issue. My issue is more of the fact that if it's real, okay, that's not right. Don't do that. All right. Going forward, I don't think it's going to be like that.
yeah,
But
because
my issue is it's a microphone built in the controller, sweaty hands, little kids shouting stupid shit, obscenities. It just
yeah,
screams bad idea.
it's
Not
like
building a
it's
microphone
almost like
for
an
that fucking
invasion of
thing.
your privacy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like I paid for my console. I got my console from you. Like you have my money. What else do you want from me? You want
Yeah,
to hear my
exactly. One
voice?
my ass.
You want to hear me play
Damn.
the console, dude?
Yeah, you want to give me a cut?
Like,
It's like I'm
like
actually
I
Oh,
appreciate I appreciate the effort of like building into
yeah,
the mic into
exactly.
the controller, but like,
Building
come
a
on.
microphone into
By
it, it makes
default,
sense.
first of all,
Exactly. No.
It's like, dude, what if like you're clapping some cheeks? Like, well,
Exactly. Like and there's the thing.
I
Is
guess
that,
I get
here's the
you
thing.
got some horny employees at Sony.
Unlike the Xbox, right? Where the Xbox has batteries still, which I have a problem with. But like
Same
with
here,
the
honestly.
Xbox dies out, it dies out, and then it comes to the TV, and that's it, right? The only
Mhm.
problem you had back then was the Kinect. If it's on, it's recording you. Oh, little Jimmy's touching himself, and he forgot to unplug the Kinect, right? And I feel like because the DualShock doesn't do that, it's like battery. It's always on and on, and it's like, yo, could you imagine this kid unplugs his mic and you just hear, oh, oh my god, right? I don't want to
Mom,
hear that, dude.
mom.
No, mom.
like I might do that intentionally now. Just with the idea.
Exactly, just to
Really
fuck with
good idea.
people.
Yo, you receive an email from Sony.
Yo,
Imagine.
what do you mean I'm banned, right? There's the thing is that people make mistakes, right? Is it embarrassing? Absolutely. Is it a joke that we're talking about? Of course, but it's just one of those things where like you're gonna hear about it. Trust me, there's gonna be stories about
Mhm.
it. With that being said, the only thing I have a problem with controllers, the PlayStation controller looks futuristic. It looks something out of Avengers. Pretty cool. The
Mhm.
Xbox controller, however, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They went the route of just playing it safe. That's pretty cool. They added a little share button in the middle. If you could, Israel, go ahead and throw up the Xbox controller there. Yeah,
Do
that's
your
it's the
job,
Xbox
Israel. Come
One.
on.
Xbox Series X controller. My bad. Don't do the one. Or show the one for a split second. Not show the Series X. Yeah, you're doing your job. All right. That being said, this thing is near damn flawless. It doesn't look any different. There's a video of Linus Text reviews it. He pretty much said it with the exact same thing. It doesn't really feel any different. So you get what you paid for. The only thing I have a major problem with that their fucking D-pad. You guys have a photo of that D-pad right now. You can go ahead and check it out right now. But the Xbox Series X controller,
It's the Elite controller D-pad, yeah.
Yeah,
it's the
I've never
Elite
used that
control.
type of D-pad. How is it?
I've used it. It's not okay. So it's not bad for everything else. You really won't notice a problem. It is a fucking problem for fighting games.
I was about to say that. How is it for fighting
That is
games? Yeah.
atrocious for fighting games. Okay, I'm getting Xbox 360 flashbacks of when the controller looked like it was not. It's a good controller, the 360, absolutely, but the D-pad
Mhm.
was a big old circle. Now, until I get my hands on with this thing, first impressions are always going to be you look with your eyes. This applies to everything you do in life, food, buying stuff, everything. You look with your eyes first.
Yeah.
And first impression, I'm a huge into fighting games, especially Mortal Kombat. I use the D-pad because I'm not, a swivel joint retard. The directional pad needs to be exactly that: up, down, left, right. If I'm able to accidentally go up diagonal
75
by
degrees,
straight
yeah.
up 75 degrees, my dude's gonna backwards jump when I wanted to go backwards forward just to throw a fucking spear. That's not that ain't good, Chief. On the
Mhm.
plus side, the Xbox One controllers, all Xbox One controllers are compatible with the Series X and Series
Yeah,
S
that's true.
going
That's
forward.
cool.
So
I like
if I
that.
fucking hate it, I can just be like, all right, suck dick. I got an Xbox controller. The
Mhm.
absolute downside, though, here's another con. Throw up a pros and cons sheet if you can, Israel. But the other con here is the fact that they are now going to be making these the industry norm moving forward. So when they make new
Mhm.
console controllers, it'll be the Xbox Series X controller. I'm sure they'll still have
Oh.
some Xbox ones, but they'll slowly get phased out until they are nothing. And which happens, they're gone. And I don't know about you, but controllers break. Mine do. uh,
Same.
yeah,
They're gonna be
So
expensive.
go
they're gonna
buy
be
an Xbox
expensive
One
to try to do
controller
it.
right
So
now.
with that being said, if you're like me and you're kind of worried about that, go out there and buy some. I definitely am gonna actually probably head to Walmart tonight. I'm gonna get something to cook up for dinner and probably by myself. I saw one of those purple Phantom controllers. Go ahead and show that up on the screen,
Those are
Israel.
sick.
Now show Ben Stiller
Mhm.
again. Show Ben Stiller again.
Show a naked picture of what's his name? Dude from
Who?
Cyberpunk?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves.
Show a body
Slightly
pic.
naked, suggestive naked. All right, like
Oh
his
my
shirt's off, but
gosh.
his pants are slowly like I'm seeing the V. I'm not gay, but like damn, if you treated me right,
I'll consider it.
If I'm drunk
That being
enough. If
said,
I'm drunk
go
enough.
on over and show me a photo of Bethesda across Microsoft. We're getting down to our last topic here, boys. So raise the hands virtually. Well, you guys heard about this? Bethesda has been bought out by Microsoft. How do you guys feel about this?
I raised my hand. Did you see it?
I saw it.
Yeah, we all saw it, man.
Oh
Nice.
man.
We're all spying at you through your controller right now, anyways.
Oh, you guys
Were
hear
you-
me through the controller? How'd you guys
Oh,
know I
yeah.
got it early?
NSA boy.
You guys work with
We can
Sony?
hear the
Tell us
air.
when you're working.
Did you guys
hear
hear
you
what
like
happened
when you
last
move your
night? There, you
Brings
guys are
us some
creeps.
fucked up goat stuff. Let's just leave it at that. Drill, show a goat.
But
All right,
also-
now show the Bethesda cross Microsoft symbol.
Oh, let's see.
So, what do you guys think of Microsoft buying Bethesda? You think it's a big? I think, in my opinion, what a fucking power move. Like,
Mm-hmm.
It
it
is
is one
a
of
power
those. It is one of those things where, like, just now, right? When if at any point in time you thought, like, first of all, I think console wars are a joke. There's really no point. You're all playing the same shit with a few exceptions of
You just
exclusivity.
play.
But
You pick
outside
up
of
whatever your friend's playing.
that, like and enjoy what you like. If you can get both, go for it. All right.
Mhm.
I personally like to do it with my Xbox. That's because I'm into achievements and other stuff. Outside of that, I still love everything games. And in the future, if I ever need to, I'll buy a PlayStation. If it means I get to play something like Street Fighter V, if it never comes to other consoles, I think it will. But
Mhm.
that's outside of that. But like, if there was any indication that Microsoft versus PlayStation in terms of like the hardware versus the thing, Microsoft is in a whole different league. Their two similarities are simply this: both of them sell consoles. That's it. In terms
Mhm.
of that, but Microsoft is a whole nother ballpark. They own so much. They
Yeah.
own so much. If you ever wondered, well, why do they keep doing batteries? They own Duracell. Of course, they're going
Mhm.
to keep making batteries. They make money
Oh, they
off of it.
own Duracell?
Yeah, I'm
I did
pretty
not know
sure
that.
they own. They
Oh.
own that. They own like all this like AI technology and
They own
like
so many things that
own
you're not
that.
aware of
They
too.
own so much and they have so much money that like they were able to just basically up and buy one of the biggest video game developers for 7.5 million, almost 7.8, not million, billion. I mean,
It was billion.
holy
Yeah.
crap. It was $7.5 billion, almost coming up to about $7.8 billion
I think
just for.
Well, do you think the Bethesda games are going to be exclusive to Xbox now,
I
or do you think it's going to be just
well,
some type of
here's the thing.
bonus?
Here's what I think. I think first and foremost, they said they're going to keep the deal alive for the exclusive games that they had planned. These
Mhm.
games are the Ghostwire Japan games that will be a timed exclusive for the PlayStation 5 and the Time Warper game or whatever it's called.
Was it Time Shift, bro? Bro, that brings. Holy shit, that brings back. Oh, wait, Time Shift is it? I'm not sure if it's what we're talking about.
Time shift.
Remember the old what Time Warper game? I just automatically go to Time Shift because
Hold on, I'm trying to think.
nostalgia.
No,
that can't be that.
It's
It's not
called oh frick! It's like a Deathloop is the game. Sorry,
Deathloop,
It's
yeah,
really
okay,
called
yeah.
Deathloop. Deathloop
That
is
has
created
good
by
art style.
Arcane Studios. That was what I was muted for there just now. I was 110% just looking for the information. Arcane Studios here, they make the games for Bethesda. They started working on and they've made games such as Dishonored, Dishonored 2, Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, and
Mhm.
Prey. Their newest game here looks like a mashup of pretty much you said Time Splitters. and Dishonored, with definitely the movement and the crouching and the way they hold the guns are very reminiscent of Dishonored, if you've ever played any of those. So it looks pretty interesting, but those two will be a year exclusive for the PlayStation 5 when they launch. They're expected to launch in somewhere around 2021. Not sure. So they won't be on Xbox or PC or whatever. Assumingly, they're going to be just PlayStation 5 for one whole year, and then they'll be making their way onto the Xbox and PC platforms.
So like,
But with that being said, you don't drop 7.8 million something dollars and not have at least a few exclusive. I think moving
billion.
forward, billion. I keep saying million, right?
Yeah,
Damn.
billion. Because you think million.
7 billion. Just show a photo of Dr. Evil fucking it up. Thank you. There you go. Back to the Bethesda logo. Now Dr. Evil. Keanu Reeves?
Keanu, yeah.
If he's paying attention, then this is really good. People are
Picture
gonna
of
look at that
Mo?
and go, picture of Mo from
you're not gonna have a picture
Simpsons?
of me, dude.
Picture of Mo from Simpsons?
Oh, there you go. Move from
Back
Simpsons.
to
There you go. I
Bethesda.
agree.
All right, cool.
Soda Pop's Tinder profile.
Just show like somebody spreading ass or something.
Yeah, I'll
or
send
just
you a
like an
screenshot of me
actual.
spreading my ass
Send me a
later, and
donkey.
then you can post it up.
Just show a donkey. There you go. Now back to Bethesda. Bethesda games. I don't think for half a second that there won't be some sort of exclusivity, if not year-round timed exclusives. I think you go for it.
Yeah, I think there might be some exclusive titles, but like most of them, it's just gonna be like just a bonus or something.
Yeah,
Like
I think the smaller titles were definitely going to be like, oh, you play here and pre-order and you get this and they don't. Okay, cool. And also the DLCs, yeah, that launches like a month or 3 months or something like that before
Fair
the
enough.
PlayStation. PlayStation did that with Control and its DLCs, so we'll see what uh, Microsoft did. But I guarantee you, like you said, there's going to be bonuses. But I don't think for half a second that there is not going to be at least one or two open-ended titles where they're basically like, here it is, and they don't confirm that it is exclusive, nor do they confirm that it is timed exclusive. I think it'll be up in the air, and they'll be like, here's the new Elder Scrolls, here's the new Fallout, here's the new Starfield, and it's only on Xbox.
Damn.
Right? And they can market it and say that because why? They own it. So even if they
Exactly.
change their mind, and the clause, the compete clause and the clause that befell these companies usually last between a 3 to 6 month grace period, so they don't necessarily have to confirm nor deny whether the game is a exclusive or a timed exclusive, and they can go anywhere between a year to 3 years. They did so with the Halo Master Chief Collection and Killer Instinct when it came to the PC. So
Dang.
they can easily do the same thing for that. And at that point, the games are, everybody's already played them. So
Yeah, they're not paying that much
you
money
spend
for
that
no
much money,
reason.
they're going to definitely do it for the likes of like Elder Scrolls 6 and the new Starfield, and if they decide to do Fallout,
I feel
or
like
in my case, what I want a Fallout 3 remaster. I mean, come on, boys.
I feel like the biggest move they'll try to do is like either make it a time exclusive or a complete exclusive, which is Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield, because those are the two big games that come from
Exactly.
Bethesda.
That's why exactly what I was saying. I'm thinking that's going to be open ended, and they won't tell you because that's just what they can do. They can do that.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why I think they know to do this is that PlayStation was very quick to hide whether or not certain games for the PlayStation 4 at least, and this generation coming up, whether they are timed exclusive. And so everybody would go badgering the people. And so who do you badger? What, Bethesda? They're not going to talk to you. So what do? You're going to try and, badger Microsoft? That ain't going to happen, Chief.
Exactly.
It's, they can't really get, so they can basically just say, oh, yeah. And so they've been very open-ended about it, but you don't spend that much money and not, try and do something with it.
Yeah, I
So
think the
we'll
last
see where
time
it goes.
the last time they made a big purchase like that was Minecraft, I believe, eh?
Yeah, Mojang, and they made their money back more than enough. But
Yeah. But like when you compare Mojang, when you compare them to Bethesda, like Mojang's only got Minecraft.
They literally
Exactly.
only have
Yeah.
Minecraft. Now of recent they have Minecraft and Minecraft Dungeons, but that's still
But
Minecraft.
Bethesda, dude, Bethesda's
very
been
different
around.
games.
Bethesda's been around for a very long time. Mojang at the
They've
time
been
was-
around since the 90s, man.
was
They were
the 90s? I
making
thought it was before.
They were making VCRs or something before
Yeah,
then.
and Mojang opened up in like what 2010, 2009, and
They didn't officially become a studio until 2011.
and they were
Mojang
bought.
Studio.
Oh,
They were bought
They were
for
making the.
billions in
They
2014.
were built for 2.5 billion. That's not even anywhere near the same amount of money as what they dropped on Bethesda. So if you don't think for half a second they're gonna cash in on it, they are going
Yeah,
to,
but
and they're definitely gonna cash in on the productivity in terms of just merch. If you
oh
have a chance, go to the Bethesda store. You're gonna see a lot of crazy weird shit you don't even need, but there's so much Fallout and uh, Doom merchandise on
yeah,
there. There's a little merchandise for all the other companies, little small knickknacks and stuff, but not nearly as much as they do for the likes of Fallout and Elder Scrolls. So
but like
let's see where that goes.
what an interesting yeah, what an interesting purchase from Microsoft's end, honestly.
hmm.
And it's like
With,
And
with,
now I'm wondering if is Sony gonna retaliate, or are they gonna purchase
oh,
one of their
exactly.
companies?
What are they going to do? Because
They
right
can't
now
not do nothing.
they can't exactly. They can't not do nothing. And the thing is that I think they're going to want to keep it close to home in the fact with the for us, by us mentality. And I think they're going to definitely try and get their hands on something that is a Japanese developer. And by the looks of how things are going with their relationship and the fact that they're all the exclusive deals with this game, I don't know if you guys played it, the Marvel superheroes, the
no,
Marvel Avengers game.
I haven't
Oh
tried
no,
it
I
but
yet.
I've seen the gameplay, a lot of the
I'm not
gameplay.
into it. I love Avengers, and I built a fucking arcade cabinet for it, but frig.
I hear there's like a lot of like
Oh, it's
glitching
button
issues.
matching. It's
Yeah.
a bit of an issue, but there's Sony for the Sony version. They have more skins. They have time to the DLC. They get it early, and they get all of Spider-Man, and no other version will get Spider-Man. Didn't
Mm.
much like
Oh
it
damn.
saved it though, because the game's kind of crap. But at the same time, that's Square Enix making that game. Square Enix is a Japanese developer. They make the likes of things like Final Fantasy and Star Ocean and a
Hmm.
lot of JRPGs in general.
Square
And
Enix would probably be keep going.
With
Go ahead.
Final Fantasy 16 being as of now, it's up in the air, but it seems like it's a timed exclusive. It might be a full on exclusive. I'm not sure. So I don't know,
Did
but
they?
that is as of now an exclusive planned for the PlayStation 5. It would not be out of the realm of possibilities that PlayStation goes and scoops up Square Enix, which for me is not a big deal. I'm not
Hmm.
into much Square games other than Tomb Raider, which Tomb Raider and Deus Ex
That's
really
an
is for me.
that's an old school
Yeah,
game though.
but it doesn't look like they're looking to continue to brighten and
Hmm.
expand those titles all that much anymore going
Hmm.
forward. So it's not a huge loss, but it is a big deal to buy those guys out with the current relationship that they have, and also for the fact that it is a big deal in Japan, Bandai Namco games and
Hmm.
games
Yeah.
by Square Enix, not Bandai Namco. Sorry, scratch that.
Square
I mean
Enix.
Square Enix games.
Even, but that would be a very expensive purchase as well.
There's tons of rumors going around. Apparently,
Billions.
rumors are also that Sega looks like Sega's either up for sale or the subsidiaries of it are like potentially on the market, and so Microsoft's been sniffing around. Apparently, who knows? It's not to say that Sega doesn't own anything. They got the Yakuza series. You got Sonic, Streets of Rage. They've been making a comeback with their games. So
For sure, for sure.
Dreamcast 2.0. Who knows? We'll see. That being said, that's all we've got. We got one more bonus topic to confirm about, but
Mm.
let's talk about the franchise that didn't make it this year for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
What's
Franchises
that?
that either didn't get a sequel or didn't get a,
Interesting.
were supposed to get a thing. What franchises did you guys miss that didn't end up coming to this console that you miss, and you're hoping that this next generation you get to see?
That
Personally,
okay? You go.
no, go ahead, Libby. If you got your idea, fire off.
So a franchise that I want to see come back in this next generation would definitely be a new Witcher game from CD Projekt Red.
What went out so
Buddy,
fast?
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. Witcher 3 came out on the Xbox One.
okay, here let's go back. I'll go back way back in the day. A new series I would want to see, not a new series, but like a pickup from
A
this series.
franchise that it just kind of went missing this generation. It
Yeah,
just didn't get a sequel or no love.
absolutely. That it would be. Have you guys ever played Sly Cooper?
Sly Cooper,
Oh yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, I want to see that come back,
I
man.
would
That
love
was
to see him come back.
that was in my
Yeah, I think
childhood.
there was a port for it on the PlayStation 3
There
of like
was.
an HD copy or something like that, or
Yeah,
for a retelling of the first
they
three.
made a
But I don't.
they made the latest one they made was for the PS3. It was the final one. It's supposed to end like the
Oh,
whole
really?
story. Yeah, and then they made like
No,
a
definitely like a remaster, like in the same veil of Ratchet
exactly.
and Clank. I agree. That sounds
Even
like a cool idea.
what something else I expected to actually come out on the like this current generation like 2 years ago, but all they did was release a pretty much a quick remaster. Was Jack and Daxter? I thought they were gonna make a new one, but
Yeah, that would also be
no.
worth it coming back. I think PlayStation got a lot of older, mascots and titles that they're just kind of letting fall to the
Yeah,
wayside. And it's
honestly.
like, dude, you guys got some shit.
For me,
Let's
it's
let's see some shit.
Prince of Persia, bro. We
Oh,
haven't seen a Prince of Persia game in so
I
long.
think
Holy
they.
So
shit!
you are technically in luck. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time is being remastered and will
Yeah,
be ported
Oh yeah,
out
yeah, yeah. I heard about that.
for
That's gonna be
the
sick.
January. Is scheduled for January, I think,
Hmm
or December maybe.
I kind of want a new IP. You know what I'm saying,
You
like
want a new
new
like
game.
new game though. I
Yeah.
think that is definitely paving the way to see, kind of test the waters and be like, all right, do we have a following for this still? If so, all right, let's do something new. And I think it would be cool, even if they decided to like Assassin's Creed take another year off and they do a whole Prince of Persia game, that'd be pretty cool too.
100%.
I feel like nowadays it's like a lot of remasters rather than doing something new.
Remakes and stuff, but definitely
Yeah,
there's a difference between a remaster and a
a
remake. A
remake. Yeah,
remaster is
Hmm
just like, it looks pretty and we made it pretty looking.
hmm
And then there's a full-blown remake where they changed things, they've updated graphics, it's a whole different game,
That's
added story
side
parts, stuff
story.
like
Yeah,
that. We're
exactly.
they,
talking Resident Evil 2, we're
Oh yeah,
talking
that was a
games
big
like
one.
Resident Evil 3, like, we've got a pattern started. But like
Mafia
big games like
One.
that, Final Mafia 1, Final Fantasy 7 remake, these are big games that actually went big and went all out. And so definitely, that's the same vein we want to see when it comes to remakes. We don't want a
Exactly.
I don't want to see these dumbass HD ports. We did that this generation. I'm tired of it. Like,
Same
I'm
man.
talking like lazy stuff. Like Assassin's Creed's responsible for it. They did Assassin's Creed 3 and
Hmm
Rogue. Got games like
True.
Metro Exodus,
I wish the Ezio
Metro, not
collection
Exodus,
was a
Metro.
remake.
Yeah, and the Ezio collection. It's like games like that. I don't want to see that shit. It's cool, I get it. But now that everything is playable, especially on the Xbox, you can play every single physical and digital copy of your game. And I'm
hmm
pretty sure most PlayStation 4 games will be physical at least. I'm not sure about digital. I'm pretty sure digital will be playable on the PlayStation 5
I
as
think it's both.
well. It's just like, okay, no more of these HD ports. You can't get away with doing that shit anymore because I have access to it and it's
It's
cheaper.
lazy,
So
bro. It's
it's
lazy
lazy.
because they're
I
trying
want
to build off
remakes.
a no fake
Remakes.
success.
But with that
Yeah.
being said, my franchise that I missed dearly and my heart yearned and hurt, Silent Hill. I need some Silent
Oh
Hill in
shit!
my life.
Yes,
But
100%.
if
Oh
I don't get a
dang.
Silent Hill game this generation, I'm gonna call up goddamn System Shock and ask them what they did with it. Right? God damn it.
Like,
That's another
that's a
franchise
good
that's
one.
gone missing for 3 full generations. Like, boys, you better show
That
up or
is so
else.
good.
Silent
Hmm
Hill, exactly. We almost had some light with Silent Hills with an S. Then
hmm
the whole Konami fiasco happened, but
Yeah, I heard
Yeah, the
about.
game
Remember
story
that.
dropped.
that's a story for another podcast. With that being said, thank you guys for tuning in for our very first podcast
Yep.
ever.
If you
Hmm
This has been Brain Dead Podcasts.
join us from
Uh,
day one,
join
be
us
ours.
on day one
Join the
whenever we
army.
launch.